It's okay.
It's all right. We're gonna make it all the time.
The amount of like rhymes I start when I'm singing to the dog, and then I feel the pressure to close them out. I'm like, fuck.
I'm not a poet. I'm a prose guy.
Like, I'm a little pig, and my name is. Oh, fuck.
I can't land this.
The plane's going down. Put your oxygen mask on. I can't do it.
And he can't breathe. My name is Claire.
And I'm Molly.
And this is
Book Stupid.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Sorry, I've been here. Welcome back.
So you just kind of like came back online. She just stays in the Goop studio between recordings.
I just live here.
It's one of the Goop treatments, actually. It's
yes.
like egg. You go back into your egg and just kind of incubate between
I go behind these curtains.
Kurtasi, and then you're
opens.
born.
Yeah, and then it closes around me.
Right, it's tough that Juice has to share her apartment with you that way, but
you know, it's a studio, but we make it work. It's a studio both in size and in
function.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I've always said that. What have you been up to?
You want me to go first? I feel like we both have a couple of juicy updates today.
Sure, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay.
You go.
Well, something really exciting happened to me this weekend. I was struck in a way.
By a car.
That's why you only see half of my right leg. No, I'm just kidding. That's so fucked up.
From a girl who got sciatica opening a newly packaged.
Which, by the way, I was about to say I was really brave about my sciatica. I mean, I wasn't. I talked about it a lot. But, people, stopped asking about it. And it did go away, for the record.
But it'd be nice to be asked about it.
It'd be nice if someone was like, how's your sciatica?
Yeah.
No, I was struck with, the belief. I believe in, in a God thing. I believe in the universe.
Does he kind of, look like a green furry guy with kind of a suck mouth?
A conical sort of nose, and he's got a mop.
Belly.
He shakes his tummy.
For those at home, we are describing the Philly fanatic.
And that is kind of where we're going with this story. So I do kind of believe in God or whatever, but not the Catholic God that I was raised on.
Lowercase God.
I believe in gods, however they might be.
You're polytheistic?
I'm poly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But every once in a while, something happens where I'm like, oh, fuck, yes, I do believe in God.
Yeah, okay.
And I had two instances in one night, both related to the Phillies, unsurprisingly, that made me believe in God. The first one, I went to the Phillies. The Phillies came to town. I'm literally a groupie.
Well, right. So it's you know how some people with extreme mental illness are I'm God? I think your extreme mental illness is manifesting as Phillies are God. It's something to put a pin in.
Yeah, maybe we should listen to this with caution if you're slightly possessed. So the Phillies were here playing the Yankees last weekend.
Yeah.
Julia got a big group, a semi-large group. It was a great group. It was a really great group people to go to the Yankees game to support the Phillies.
Right.
And it's always so fun to go to Phillies games in different cities because Phillies fans always show up, especially in New York.
City's the one you live in.
Sure, yeah. Okay, to be fair though, I go home to Philly to see them play a lot.
She's a season ticket holder.
I'm a season ticket holder.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, but it's fun, to be in the city where I live, and, half of the stadium is Phillies fans. It's crazy.
You guys travel well.
We travel, and we're obnoxious, and we were obnoxious, because the Phillies kind of slam dunked on the Yankees on Friday, and it wasn't ugly, but, Phillies fans there were Eagles chants.
Even with those cheaters bats that the Yankees use?
Yeah.
Wow.
It seems like Deflategate is upon us. Or Inflategate. Sure. I don't know. But it was a great game. I, at a certain point, was I'm having so much fun. Get me another tall boy, that Miller Lite. I'm like jazzed. Oh, also let me say, I fucking hate Yankee Stadium.
Why?
I hate it. It's a trash stadium. Oh, it's so corporate. First of all, it's charmless, and
we can be there in 15 minutes.
I do like that part.
Yeah.
I like how close it is to where we live, but it's charmless. It's corporate. There's like, I went to go get food. The line to get food, it took me like 30 minutes in the middle of the game to get food, and like at Citizens Bank Park, I never wait more than 10 minutes in line.
They sling hot dogs.
They sling hot dogs.
Efficiently.
And you know what really pissed me off? There was an Uber Eats line at the food stand, so you could order your food on Uber Eats
corporate.
and pay. So corporate, so disgusting. It's actually disgusting to me.
That is disgusting. I hate that so much.
And to get even into the stadium, it's a very post 9/11. You have to like take your shoes off to get in the stadium. It's crazy.
So this will be released like weeks from now, but just know this is the very week that an active shooter shot up in Midtown.
I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because we live in a hellscape, and that's kind of funny to me.
Yeah. It's laugh or cry.
It's laugh or cry.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm now having.
Take your shoes off to go into the.
No, that was a joke. That was a joke about TSA.
They don't even make us do that at the airport anymore.
That's true. That is true. No, it's like it took me 30 minutes to get into the stadium.
It is so long to get in.
And then and another thing, if you have Clear, you can get in faster. I'm like, fuck this place.
So I keep begging you, let me add you to my family.
I know. I gotta get on your Clear. I was on her Clear for a little while.
Get back on.
I gotta get back on.
I literally just re-upped.
Maybe we'll do that tonight because I got to fly tomorrow.
Literally tonight, yeah.
But what was I? Oh, Citi Field. You'll never hear me say a bad thing about Citi Field because Citi Field is really cool and fun.
Yeah, it's very cool and fun.
I will talk shit about Yankee Stadium. Oh, so okay, I'm drinking Bud Lights. I go to get.
I thought it was Miller.
Sorry, Mid Lights. I was drinking Miller Lights, and so I went to go get a hot dog, and I'm like, I got a tall boy for myself. I got a tall boy for Chris. I'm carrying one hot dog, two tall boys, one girl.
And your paws aren't that big.
They're not, but that's not even just like I need you to. This is a very visual story, and I've tried to tell it to everybody, and it's not hitting the way I need it to hit. Okay. So I thought I'd try it again here.
Okay, here, I'm gonna close my eyes.
Thank you. Two tall boys. I'm so sweaty because it was one of those really hot days. Got a hot dog, whatever. I'm walking alone also because I lost my two friends who I went with. They're already back at the seats. Our seats are the last row of the stadium, as is our right.
Right.
So we're sitting all the way up there.
You gotta go way up.
Yeah, so I'm far from them. They can't even see me.
And the tall boys, are they sweating?
They're sweating. Yeah, no, and this is good because the tall boys are really important in this story. So I'm walking up the stairs. All of a sudden, I trip. And it's one of those slow motion falls where you're just like, oh, I'm going down.
Wait, describe the trip. You stepped too shallow for the stair?
Maybe. I can't quite recall. I think I tripped over my own shoe. Falling forward, Molly.
Thank God.
Yeah. Oh, thank God. Yeah, I'd probably be dead. You could probably see I have a bruise on this arm.
Well, my eyes are
You could open them. Do you see the bruise on my arm?
Really bad one.
Yeah, and there's one on my leg too. And I also scraped my hand, but I think that's mostly healed.
Ouch.
So, but here's where it gets good. So I'm falling, and you know when you're falling, and it's not the pain of falling that's bad. It's the adrenaline and the embarrassment.
Yeah.
And because you know when you see someone fall, they get up so quickly. They're like, I'm totally fine, and they're like bleeding out of their face. So like, I always feel like when I have one of those bad falls, it's so like demoralizing when I'm alone, and I'm like, I just wish I had one friend here to see it so they could laugh, because it's so funny. But like, I always want to laugh at myself and at other people when they fall. But if you don't know the person, you can't laugh at them. So then everyone's kind of like stifling a laugh and being like, oh my God, are you okay? But here's what happened. I fell forward. I don't know what happened, but I like poked a hole in the Miller Lite can. And so now it's being shotgun. And I'm not kidding, directly at my face. Fire hydrant.
Did you start sucking
I should have.
Now that would have won the stadium back. That would have.
That's true. They would have started hooping and hollering.
Right.
Fire hydrant straight to the face. And it's like the kind of situation where it's happening so fast that I don't even think to like move my face. So I just get drenched in Miller Lite, and the whole can is gone. A tall boy, it's all over me. That's how fast it happened.
Holy shit.
And everyone in the stands is just like, oh my God. And I just start laughing because I'm like, that was so ridiculous.
Yeah.
But they're not my friends, so they don't feel comfortable laughing with me. So then
Then you're just laughing aloud.
then I'm laughing alone and I look crazy and drunk, which I wasn't even that drunk. And then I like run away because I'm like, now I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, well, you're gonna stay and
You stay in my
do
filth.
encore?
Now for the other one. So I get up there and they're like, I'm like laughing hysterically to myself, and they're like, what? And I was like, you had to be there. Like, you just had to be there. But it made me believe in God weirdly, because it was like, what a silly, funny thing to happen, and a humbling thing to happen, where you're just like having a good time and like suddenly you have the most comical fall ever. And like, it just made me, it was like, life is so funny.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. I know that sounds weird.
Not at all.
But I literally said to Chris Mangino, I was like, sometimes shit like that makes me believe in God. Because like, I like to think that God has a sense of humor, and it's just like, she's not going to get seriously hurt, but she is going to shotgun a Miller Lite.
Down her whole
person. And a bunch of people are going to see it. And it was just funny. And then Phillies won. I'm like literally riding high. I'm so happy, despite the Miller Lite of it all.
Through osmosis, you've gotten so drunk.
Now I'm really... And then I gave the empty can to Chris. I was like, sorry, buddy.
The full one?
Yeah.
Hilarious. Love it.
And then we leave, and we're going home. Sorry, this is a very long story, but it gets good.
It's already good.
Okay, good.
Should I close my eyes again?
No. You got the visual part. So then we're going home, and we're like, oh, let's do a nightcap. Me, Chris, and Jupes. The others are like, we're done.
The other of a great group.
Of a really... Love those girls. They were like, we'll do one more drink. We'll go to the Upper East Side. We get off at the 6 up here. And...
You don't live up there, do you?
Have I mentioned? And so we're like...
You're going to give yourself a star.
I know, and pink eye.
You're
like,
rubbing hard.
rubbing real hard. And...
It feels so good though, doesn't it?
It's like we had this conversation but flip-flopped like a week ago.
I will never shame you for rubbing your eye. I know how good that is.
It feels so good. It's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so you're on the Upper East Side nightcap.
So, yeah, and I'm like going through the normal places. I'm like, I don't really want to like see people I don't know. So I'm throwing out like the usuals. And then Jupes is like, let's go to... I'm not going to say the name because it's like...
But it's a weird one.
It's really fucking weird.
It's weird.
We never, ever go there.
Nobody does.
Nobody goes there.
And the location, it's like...
It's
corporate.
bad. It's like next to a Dunkin' Donuts.
It's right next to a Dunkin' Donuts.
It's like... It's just weird. People don't go there.
Yankee Stadium to this bar pipeline feels stylistically consistent.
That's why because we're like, we're going to walk by it. I think Jupes was like, we never go there. It'll be fun. I'm like, okay, we never go there for the reason because it's kind of weird. Mm-hmm. It's like
it's
divey.
much deeper than you would expect.
That's true. And like, I think like regulars hang out there, but it's like, who are these regulars? Anyway, so we were like, all right, we'll pop in for a drink. There's a lot of other Phillies fans there, but it's like, just because like people, again, it's like right really close to the train. So people are popping in. I am standing by the door. I make eye contact with someone coming in, and he like gives me like kind of a look, and I'm like, oh, that was kind of weird, but like brush it off. He comes around the door and like says in my ear, he's Irish, Taiwan Walker's coming here tonight. And I went, I thought, because I'm a diehard Phillies fan, I thought he meant that Taiwan Walker, pitcher for the Phillies, was getting traded to the Mets. And so I said, you can have him. And he was like, what? Because he was being serious that Taiwan Walker was coming to the bar. The bar. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, no, I'm being serious. Taiwan Walker is coming to this bar. And then he shows me his WhatsApp messages with Taiwan Walker. Again, this is the starting pitcher for the Phillies who pitched that night. Mm-hmm. Who's sometimes not great. That's why I said had a good game. He had a great game.
You were with a great group.
He had a good game. And so he's like showing me these WhatsApps. He's like, yeah, he used to be a Met and he lived across the street and he would come here all the time.
He lived on Lex?
Apparently.
Okay.
I mean, I guess why he would live. Well, if you're a Met, doesn't make any...
He lived on Lex in 86.
Doesn't make any sense, actually, because if you're a Met, why would you live on the Upper East Side?
It makes not a lick of sense.
Anyway.
It's not particularly easy to get to.
No, it's not. It's easy to get to Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
But so he's like, he's coming here tonight. Last time he was in the city, he was here and he brought Nick Castellanos, one of my favorite players. So I was like, oh my God, we are staying.
Nick Castellanos is like the angry dad, right?
Yes. He's so hot. Yeah. And so we were like, we're definitely staying. We're also not telling any of these other Phillies fans. No. This guy didn't tell anyone else besides us.
Because he was like the angel from
Yes.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Exactly. It was Angels in the Outfield. It was very special.
It was Angels in the Outfield.
And it was also his 41st birthday. Happy birthday, Niall.
Happy birthday, Niall.
And so we stuck around and we're like, all right, we're just like drinking here then now. Like that, this is the stop. And then we're sitting there, black car pulls up. Jupes is like, that's him, it's gotta be him. He comes in, he sits down, he's got a whole group with him. None of them are other Phillies, it's fine. I'm over it. He's sitting in the back. We're feeling very shy. We don't say hi. Niall eventually is like, girls, like, come on. Like,
you've been waiting hours.
And I know how badly. And he keeps telling us to like just go up and be like, oh my God, are you Taijuan Walker? I wasn't trusting.
You're wearing full Phillies jersey.
Yeah. I wasn't trusting my ability to act in that moment. So I was like, Niall, I'm not. I'm sorry. Also, I've never had a cool encounter.
Yeah. It's just engage authentically with each other.
Right.
Yeah.
So finally, Niall's like, all right, I'll take you over there. So he takes the two of us over there. Chris kind of follows behind, and we introduce ourselves. I say, good game. Not great, but good. No. And then he's like, "Aw, thanks, whatever." So nice. See, Chris is sitting there with his Yankees hat. Can't change him. He's a Yankees fan.
Sure.
And Taijuan stands, like, he's sitting, says hi to us, sits down, sees that he hasn't said hi to Chris, stands up again and says, like, hey, man. And Chris is like, hi, Taijuan.
Sweet.
Yeah. And then at a certain point, Julia and I were like, okay, now we're being weird. So we pop off to the bathroom because we're like, I think we did our.
Got a shit.
Nice meeting you. Got a jet.
It's true.
And Julia and I are freaking out in the bathroom because. And we're like reminiscing because she and I met Will Smith in high school at a Barnes & Noble because we were there studying, and he just walked in, and we were both so weird about it. So there was some progress, but not a lot.
You guys kind of had a full circle moment.
Yeah, and we were acting the same. It was just very cute.
The levels of stardom are different.
For sure, but not for me, really. Honestly, I'm more excited about Taijuan Walker.
Okay. So it was cute that you guys had a moment.
Yeah, and then we come downstairs. Chris had also gone to the bathroom, but then came back out and is still chatting with Taijuan Walker, and then we're like, hey, Chris, and he's like, hey, we're gonna take a picture with Taijuan Walker now. Like, he brokered a deal, which was really sweet because I knew he didn't really care, but like he knew how much we cared. He was like, I knew you guys would kick yourselves if you didn't like do it. And so then we're walking over because Taiwan's like, let's do it over there by the door. We're like, okay, and
so he didn't shove you out on the street.
Literally. And I'm walking over there and I'm like, you don't have to. And he was like, it's fine. And then I again said, you really did have a good game. Kill me. And then he goes, how about Kyle Schwarber, though, who hit 2 home runs in the game? And I said, oh, I know. How are we going to get him back next year? Because his contract is up after this year. Inside baseball. And he goes, don't worry, he's coming back. So I got an inside scoop.
You got a scoop.
Although, I don't know if I trust him.
Exclusively sharing it with Stupid
Yes,
Heads.
here on Book Stupid. So it just made me believe in God again because I was like, God knows how much time I've poured in, how much time and pain I have poured into the Philadelphia Phillies.
God has heard my prayers.
God has heard my prayers and helps me beat my least favorite Philly.
What a fucking night!
It was so exciting, and I've told everyone I know. It's my phone background.
Yeah.
It's like, and Julia and I both look good in the picture.
It's a great picture.
And I had a full Miller Lite on my head.
In fact, moisturized.
I'm glowing.
You are glowing.
It's that Miller Lite glow.
It's perfect, you guys. It's like a really.
It's really cute.
Cute picture.
Yeah, and he's so tall, and.
Put me in
his hand is on my shoulder. Ooh. He is really hot, and we both have nose rings, so.
That's cool, too. If you kiss, they might touch.
They might, and they're on the same side.
No, that's a big fucking night.
Yeah, but it was honestly, I have a most romantic, but otherwise it was too long of a story to make my most romantic of the week, but it was really special.
Well, and so now with this renewed faith, like, how are you kind of living it out? What charity works are you doing?
Well, this is so bad. That wasn't my first reaction. It was like, I must be a good person.
This is my reward.
This is my reward for being so good and godly.
God.
I really was like, my karma must be like through the roof.
Through the fucking roof.
But you're right. I should take that angle of like, how do I pay it forward?
No, I think you toiled and God saw your suffering.
I mean, I fell. God saw my suffering when I fell.
First, she laughed, and she laughed, and then she said,
and she said, wow, she really took that on the chin.
Well,
quite literally.
If my flock doesn't have a sense of humor, too. I don't mean to go Southern every time I talk of God.
But, you know.
The problem is we watch a lot of Sweet Magnolias.
That is the problem.
They must be doing they're due for another season.
They must be, but also you know what's coming back.
What?
The Walter Boys.
The Walter Boys.
The Walter Boys.
This is another perverse little ditty we watch.
About brothers.
We cannot go to Cousins right now. Stay out of Cousins.
I actually can't even talk about Cousins this week. I haven't watched. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, so tell me about your weekend, because we were apart.
We were apart because you were kind of like hanging with the Phillies.
I'm kind of like part of the crew now.
Right. And I was hanging out with my parents. They were in town.
Love my other favorite crew.
So
my brew crew.
Fun. Yeah. We had a really great time. My parents, at my insistence, stayed with me for the first 2 nights. Were meant to stay with me the whole weekend, but I famously live in a 1-bedroom.
Right.
So it was kind of one of those, like, okay, they're in my room, then I can set up actually a very comfortable couch bed situation.
Yeah.
Not a mattress topper.
It's wire cutter,
It goes out
right?
over the chaise. Yeah.
Isn't wire cutter recommended or something?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
It is because I purchased it when one of my brothers was living on my couch for like an indefinite period of time.
Yeah.
And so I really did try to make it nice.
You're a very good older sister.
Thank you. So yeah, I got this whatever, and I'm like, this is perfectly comfortable. Mittens was out of town, so it was just me on the couch, but me and Hector, which my dad started calling him Hector the Collector.
I love that.
Like debt collector.
Yeah,
exactly. That was kind
he
of
and
the
I
vibe.
cannot hang out anymore.
Yeah.
If he asks, I'm busy. I'm out of town.
Where's she lately? Haven't seen her. Oh, I have some business with her.
She's on business.
Yeah. So me and Hector were on the couch, and the first night, not great.
Yeah.
He's not loving
He's
it.
not really, to preface, he's not super great in the bed to begin with.
No, he's not. And nor is he particularly well house trained. And then the big problem with the couch bed of it all is Hector's used to the couch. Hector has a ramp onto and off of the couch. So when he's on couch bed, he feels like he's not actually contained. Like, our bed is very elevated. Our bedroom bed is very elevated. So when he's on that for the night, he's marooned.
Yeah.
Like, he is stuck there, and we're all going to sleep. But on couch bed, he kind of felt like bedtime was optional and the living room was fair game. He kept going to his bowls to eat and drink.
Sure.
To the point where I had to airlift.
I was going to say, just cut him off.
Yeah, he would just take a lick of water and kind of sit there and look around like, well, this is great.
I didn't know water existed at night.
Yeah, so night one, I'm kind of thinking, how are we going
to do this?
How?
Yeah.
And then night two, I'm fighting with him all night. And the poor guy, he's so sweet.
He's a baby, too.
He's a baby, 7 months old. But he, throughout night two, I'd say about every 45 minutes, is waking me up going, roof!
Oh.
Because he's trying to tell me, like, we're not in our bed.
Yeah.
Like, this is weird. And I'm like,
he's like, it's time to go to bed.
I need you to understand this is bed tonight. This is bed.
Yeah.
So 2 kind of fraught nights, and then on the 3rd night, my parents were saying, we wake up in the morning, my dad and I take Hector for a morning walk. We come back, my mom has completely consolidated the couch bed, everything's put away, and I said, where'd you put my bed? She goes, we're gonna go to a hotel tonight.
That was good of them. Generous of them.
I mean, and at first I was like, no, like, I need you to be able to stay here. It's just the confluence of him being a baby, us not having the right, it's a moment in time, and that's all. But whatever. My parents go to their signature hotel, which happens to be under Mr. Purple.
Love it there.
And for stupid heads who aren't New York residents, Mr. Purple is a rooftop bar on the Lower East Side.
Yeah.
Kind of like famously patronized by interns.
Yes. So like college.
Crowd.
Yes. Yeah.
There's almost always a DJ doing a really loud set. It has a pool. Kind of.
Okay, cool.
It has a pool that I'd call it maybe like 5 by 2.
Awesome. Okay.
Who knows the depth? Maybe the depth. It's like 50
right.
feet.
Yeah, you could stack people in it.
Yeah, but like there is a lifeguard stand though.
No, is there a lifeguard?
Not that I've seen.
Okay. Have you ever seen anyone in the pool?
Never.
Got it. Okay.
But it's really, I mean, and lo and behold, so my parents go there on a Sunday. We get them checked in, and immediately it's like, to the roof. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Purple time. Because my parents love Mr. Purple.
I've never been to Mr. Purple. Is my quick.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
really?
I know. Yeah. When I was an intern here in college, because we went to school here, I had $0. I couldn't go to Mr. Purple. I had an unpaid intern. I had one of those English major unpaid internships.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know, my parents, like, love the rooftop.
Yeah, I do get it.
But they're also like, this is our home.
Yeah.
This is our hotel.
It's your hotel bar. And there's nothing better than your hotel bar.
It's so true. So my Mittens had been gone throughout the weekend, but came home Sunday afternoon. And my parents, my brothers, and I are like, okay, we're going to go check into the hotel. We'll meet you for dinner, though.
Yeah.
Dinner plans for all of us. And it was like, great, I'll take the dog out, and then I'll meet you there. So he sees us 2 hours before dinner. But the 2 hours between seeing Mittens and dinner time, it's Mr. Purple time.
Yeah.
So by the time we show up, I keep spinning. By the time we show up for dinner, Mittens is like, what happened? Because my whole family's like,
someone went into the pool, soaking wet.
I left my wallet at Mr. Purple.
That's when you know you've really been Mr. Purpled.
We're like leaving dinner. I keep telling my parents, ask the front desk if they have my wallet.
Ask Mr. Purple if he has my wallet. He's a good guy. I'm sure he has it.
They're like, we know Mr. Purple. Don't you tell us about him. He's our best friend.
We fucking love Mr. Purple.
Yeah, so it was a very, very fun weekend with my parents.
Good.
The only other thing that, like, I should update on,
yes,
because again, we've been apart.
Yeah.
So, you're familiar with Cerberus?
Just in case I'm not. Could you do a quick?
Sure. So, my building, full of dogs.
Right.
We beleaguered that.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I've met many of them.
Yeah. There's a couple, thank God they're a couple. At first I thought it was just this one man with these dogs, but he does have a wife.
Okay, good.
And the man, very old, kind of like bent in half all the time.
Oh, those are so scary. And there's so many of those on the Upper East Side.
Even though it's the PT district.
It's like someone, there's so much help for you up here.
I know, and like your first instinct is to be like, oh, like this old man, like,
yeah, and
his sweet dogs, how nice. He's a huge asshole, I think. Like the way the front desk regards him, you can tell he's mean to them. And I'm
like, oh, that is really bad news.
Totally.
I mean, first of all, being unkind to your front desk people is just deplorable, but they're also like the nicest men in the world.
Totally. It's really gross stuff. So anyway, this man is most often seen with his dogs. It's 3 dogs, and Mittens is actually the one who coined it, Cerberus.
What kind of dogs are they again?
They're 3 Pomeranians.
Yeah, I think that's important.
They're also poorly behaved Pomeranians. They're constantly yapping and nipping.
Ankle
and
biters.
Going fucking crazy at each other, at other dogs, at loud noises, at people. You literally have to tiptoe past Cerberus. Or he will activate.
Yeah.
Cerberus
He has a... Yeah, okay. Mittens is really up on Greek mythology in a way that I find I can't relate to.
I think, like, maybe you cut off one head, you get another
Oh, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
it's like a multi-headed dog. Great, okay. But these Pomeranians suck ass.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm taking the elevator recently with, thank God, the mother of the dogs.
Okay. She's more...
More accessible.
Okay. Because she makes eye contact, because she's
upright.
Got it, okay.
And she is, like, begging me to engage with her and her dogs. I'm alone, I don't have my dog, but we're in the elevator.
And you're like, I don't fuck with Cerberus?
I don't fuck with Cerberus at all.
Yeah.
But they're actually being pretty well behaved.
Okay.
And she's kind of, like, cooing over her dogs and looking at me like, don't you want to coo over my dogs? And so, just to make small talk, I go, are they all about the same age? And she goes, litter mates. Which, okay,
Ew.
explains a fucking lot.
Yeah.
No wonder they're feral.
Yeah.
They've fully been, they have a herd mentality.
Yeah, they've
They're a
unionized.
pack of dogs.
Yeah.
That believes in each other more than their own.
They're like, you can't kill us, because if you kill one of us,
We'll pop up in another head.
don't even worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, great, you're feral litter mates. Cool. And so we kind of just sit there in comfortable silence.
Yeah.
And she goes, ask me their names.
She is a pervert.
Pervert. And I go, okay, what are their names? Meanwhile, I don't care because I know their names. It's Cerberus.
Yeah, they
That's
don't
the only name they
have...
And then she says the only thing that could really beat Cerberus, which is Peter, Paul, and Mary. Peter, Paul, and Mary?
So here's my thing, is like, I guess as a trio...
Well, as someone who believes in God.
Yeah, sorry, let me speak on this as someone who believes in God. I do think that like as a trio name, that's like pretty fun and
I actually think it's awesome. Peter Paul is
same.
so funny.
And I guess I ultimately think the whole thing is great because if you just meet one Pomeranian named Peter,
oh my God, one starts nipping at my ankle. She goes, "That's Mary." What the fuck?
Okay, I don't like how she's villainizing the woman.
No, but yeah, you meet a Pomeranian named Mary. You're like, what?
You're like, okay, I'm in.
Any one of them
Yeah.
in isolation, you're like, yeah. And then the collective, you're like,
The
oh,
payoff is also good there. So
Yeah.
I really actually... Paul the Pomeranian, awesome. You literally each name in isolation rocks.
It's so true. All right, so what culture have you been consuming?
So I've been reading a little bit. but I've mostly been watching, and I'm
For a change.
I've been watching. I'm not going to be speaking on Cousins today because we're both not caught up.
No, we're not.
But I did do a double header at the movies this weekend that I really enjoyed. That I would like to speak about, if that's
Please,
okay.
For the love of God. For the
So,
love of Peter, Paul, and Mary.
for the love of Peter, Paul, and Mary. This is like a good time of year for movies. I feel like this July.
Is this like part of the awards?
It's not really, I don't think, an award season, but I think it's like, I don't know, this feels like a vestige of like olden times where it was so hot, all we could do was go to the movies.
Right, it's like box office.
Yeah, it's a little bit like wet, hot summer. I don't know.
I don't know, don't think of that.
I don't know, I hated that. So there were two movies I really wanted to see, and I ended up going to one with Emma and Angela, and then I was like, you know what, I want to see this other movie too, so I just did a double header because I have one of those weekends where I didn't have a lot going on.
Did you pay for the second movie?
I'm an A-lister. God, how many times do I have to say it?
Okay.
I'm A-list, so it's like, yes, I did pay. But so we went to see Oh Hi, which
Yeah.
is the movie. It's, I think, it's written and
Hot.
Oh, comma, hi. And then I followed that up with Sorry, comma, baby. Big day for commas, and then also a big day for female and non-binary writers and directors as well, which was like really cool. So the first one was Oh Hi written and directed by Sophie Brooks, who also did that movie Blockers. Do you remember?
I loved Blockers.
I know. It's just like amazing. I was saying, this is my big takeaway, I guess, is like seeing movies. I know this feels like a really trivial thing, I guess, in 2025, but like seeing movies written and directed by women, it's like never not awesome.
I know.
Like, it's just like fucking awesome.
Totally
and it's like
agree.
So like different, really. Like, you just feel so like
It's a different kind
seen.
of movie. Yeah.
Or like, it's like, this is like humor for girls. Like, yes.
It's humor for all, but like inclusive of girls.
Yeah, but also like specific to the things that we like go through.
Totally, yeah.
Eye roll, or like, I don't know. It just like, it's special. Like, even that movie Blockers, it's like so fun to see a high school movie about like
good.
girls be horny in high school. I don't know. It's very real to how high school girls are.
Yes.
Like, and I felt this movie was just so cool and funny. It's like, so it's a comedy about this girl who goes on a trip with this guy she's been seeing, and she thinks that they're dating because he's acting like they're dating, and then they are having sex, and she like ties him to the bed because they're doing some kind of like, he finds something in the house and they end up like, sorry, I'm not gonna ruin it, but she ties him to the bed, and then she's like, I've never felt like so good with someone, like with a I forget what she says, like with someone I'm dating, or like with my boyfriend or something, and he's like, wait, we're not, like, that's not what this is, like, we're like having fun, like, what? And she's like, no, we're like exclusively dating. And he's like, no. He's like, I use condoms when I'm with you, that's what we agreed on. She's like, that's not what we agreed. And it's just like very, very funny. And so then she like flips out, and it's very like ridiculous, which I love. Like, it's just like fun. Oh, sorry, I'm like really excited. It's fun to see like a ridiculous comedy written by a woman.
Yes.
About the things that women go through, because this is, I will say, I was like, this is real.
Yeah.
This is real. And she like is like, oh, I'm gonna prove to this guy that we like should be dating and are dating, and so she keeps him tied up in the bed for like 36 hours, and then she invites her friend over to like help her, and they like end up making this like potion that like the friend's cousin told them to make that will make him forget, and it's just like, and then he does it, obviously, and it was very silly and very fun. Molly Gordon is an exceptional comedic talent.
I love her.
That was like my bit. I mean, she's so good in theater camp, but like, it's so funny to see like a theater kid do comedy, because like they can really fucking do it, because they just don't care. Like, they'll just lean in, you know, and she really leans in. She's so funny.
She's so pretty.
She's so pretty. Her boobs are so awesome. Move over, Sydney Sweeney. The new Rax in town. It was awesome, and also just like beautifully, the aesthetics of the movie. It's like clearly like supposed to be upstate New York.
Cool.
It's gorgeous. But I thought there are two things I wanted to highlight. One, they have like, I think that sometimes these movies about like how men have wronged us can come off a little bit like, we just hate men, and all they do is ruin things. Which, yes. But I think one really smart thing she did was like, she included the friend's boyfriend, and he was like a really great guy who was like ride or die with the girls. Like, he was like, I'm going down with the ship. Like, are we gonna kill him? Like, let's kill him. He's like, if that's what you guys want to do, we'll do it. And I think that was like a really good, important character to have, who could be like, not all men, but you know, who's this is like, you know, it's not a man hating. Right. Movies made by women aren't about hating men.
To criticize behavior in a specific man is not like misandrous.
Yes.
Period.
Yes, exactly. That's a good way of putting it. And he's just such a fun character. It's played by that guy, I forget what his name is, John Reynolds, I think. He was like a big UCB guy like 10 years ago, like when we were in college. And then he was in like Stranger Things. He's had a couple of like silly roles. Anyway, he's really good in the part, because he's also like sweet to the guy, but then he's like, I will kill him. But my other point that I wanted to make was, I think like the whole message of the movie kind of is like, not message, but like my big takeaway was like, the female friendship of it all.
Yeah.
It's like she called her friend was like, we'll make a potion. And like she's like, yes. And it's just like how those like things matter so much, I guess, or that the female friendships like not supersede, but like are the foundation of all relationships, and whether they be good or bad. And
like the saving dynamic,
this,
even as
yes.
things spiral out of control.
Yeah, even as we almost killed this guy, like, thank God you were there, kind of. I thought that was really, and really what brought that, like, into focus for me was the second movie I saw, which was Sorry Baby.
Heavier.
Tonal shift.
Yeah.
Very big tonal shift.
Yeah.
But also funny.
Okay.
But sad and heavy.
Good things.
Yeah. So it was about written, directed, and starring Eva Victor, who was very big on like Instagram and Twitter, like pre-pandemic. I was a huge fan.
They're also beautiful.
Stunning, like model face.
Very tall.
Very, very tall. And the premise is that, I forget what the name of the character is in the movie. It matters, but I don't remember. But played by Eva Victor. They are a professor at this university where they did grad school, and eventually started as like assistant professor, and then got a full-time position. Very hard to do. English department, very cool. But the thing is, they were sexually assaulted by their advisor / professor in grad school. And so like the whole experience of being there is kind of like marred in like something really bad happened. That's like the phrasing they use, also like something really bad happened kind of is like and it's like divided into like 4 or 5 parts, I think. It starts with like way after the assault has happened. They're now with the professor, and they've got this best friend from grad school who has left and is coming back to visit, and like how that trauma is still kind of like present in their life, and like they're still there, not really moving on from it, you know, because how can you? And then like throughout you see the assault happen. It like flashes back and forth between time periods. You see the assault, you don't see the assault happen, but you know it happens. And then he leaves the school quite soon after, because he knows he did something bad. And then like it ends with, sorry, I feel like I'm being it ends with the friend having a baby, and like basically the through line of the whole movie is like how that friendship has like sustained Eva Victor's character, and like basically like is like her lifeblood or their lifeblood through this horrible thing that has happened, and how they like, and I don't know, it was just 2 very different stories about horrible things that men do, one being non-violent and ultimately not that serious, and one being like violent and very, very serious, but how like important it is to have those friendships in your life, and like how those will sustain you through those like silly bad things and really horrible actually bad things, and like I was very moved by that in both cases. But there was like one piece of writing in Sorry Baby that I wanted to talk about. So it ends with kind of like, again, I'm not trying to spoil either of these, but it ends with like Eva Victor being like, because also the whole time they're like, I don't know if I could ever be a mom. I just like don't see myself like growing up, which is very relatable. But the friend ends up like leaving her baby with Eva for like 30 minutes, and they're like, okay. And Eva, I'm sorry, I don't remember the character's name, ends up giving like a monologue to the baby, and that's how the movie ends. And there was like a part of it where they're saying like, I promise if you have scary thoughts or like scary things to tell me, like if you have scary things going on in your head, you can always tell me about them, like forever, and I promise I won't freak out. They're like, I promise I've had probably worse thoughts, and you can always, it's just such a specific thing to say to someone, like you can tell me your bad thoughts, especially as someone who has bad thoughts. That like really resonated with me, and it made me think of you. Cry. Because I do think like the kindest thing you can do for someone who's like going through it, whatever that looks like, is to not freak out about what they're going through, and to just be like, okay. And like to just like to not freak out about it, because I think that's like that's the default, and like I understand why people do freak out about those things, but like sometimes it's like, I don't need you to freak out, I just need you to like hear it and like sit in hell with me.
Yes.
And you are so good at that. And it was just, the whole thing was like female friendship and like and like how important it is. And
I think so often we're just like doing parallel thinking.
it's probably true. Yeah.
But can I read a James Baldwin quote? I literally wrote it down, and this is like my daily planner.
Wait, oh my god, I think I saw it recently, but say it.
But it's exactly this, and I think it's the like the other side of the dynamic you're describing, where it's like, yeah, the person thinking the bad thoughts may think you're sitting in hell with me, but this feels like the other side. This feels like the interior of the other friend. Okay. James Baldwin, obviously. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, words we could only ever
hope to say out. Read.
The longer I live, the more deeply I learn that love, whether we call it friendship or family or romance, is the work of mirroring and magnifying each other's light. Gentle work, steadfast work, life-saving work in those moments where life and shame and sorrow occlude our own light from our view. But there is still a clear-eyed, loving person to beam it back. In our best moments, we are that person for another.
I'm gonna cry.
Like, come on.
I'm gonna cry. No, but it's so true. And like, I think like the most loving thing that you can do for someone sometimes is to just be like, to just listen and like, just be like, I just want to hang out with you, even though you're being a piece of shit right now, or like you can't be happy.
Like, and you've been that for me. So
I know. Well, I know, but like, it's also something I feel like I've learned a lot, especially in the last year, that like of how important it is to not like to just be that for people.
I must see.
You must, really. And also so funny. Like, there are parts that are really funny, and there's like a little bit of romance too. It's the romance is a very big boop. The romance is a very, very small plot line, but it's like beautiful. So yeah. Highly, I had a great moment, great cultural.
And you love the theater. A-lister.
I'm an A-lister. I love it. Oh my god, and I love a doubleheader.
Did you have pea corn?
I did. I had a big bucket of pea corn. Big bucket, because I get free upgrades.
Did you take the same bucket to both?
So usually I'm a little piggy, and usually I eat like almost the whole bucket in the first movie, and then I go back and say, "Fill me up."
Oh my god. Below your.
Oh, I'm still not okay.
Pea corn is one of those foods that will just tear my rectum.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Right out.
But I pretty much just ate I did half and half for one and half for the other. I did fill up on my big soda in between them.
Oh, and what did you have?
Root beer.
So, like, if we've not yet covered this on the pod, Siege fucking loves soda.
I love
and
it.
I hate soda.
I'm like such a child. Like, literally, I'll take one sip of a root beer and I'm like, oh.
My brothers and my younger cousins used to drink root beers and go, we're discombobulated. I think they were like really riffing on beer.
Beer is a concept.
Yeah. We're discombobulated. And then the antidote to being discombobulated was you would just sit on an ice cube till it melted.
Okay, love that hangover cure. I gotta try that with real beer. I bet it helps.
Totally.
Sorry, but yeah, that was that was my media experience in a nutshell.
Sounds fucking great.
Yeah, it was really good.
Well, I have a few things I need to talk about in the culture.
Hit me.
Related to our interests.
Related to our little old podcast.
Yeah. First, I want to lightly touch on the thing I've been consuming. I did down an entire season of a TV show based on a book.
Okay.
This week. The Hunting Wives. Have you seen it?
I have seen... So it's so hard for me to know on Netflix what is, like, legit.
And what's AI.
And what's AI. I'm like, I don't know. I need someone to tell me whether or not to engage. So this is good.
Brittany Snow and Malin Ackerman wasn't clue enough.
Ackerman? Who?
Malin Ackerman. She's the wife in Billions. She's the sister in 27 Dresses.
You're like anything. Yes, who I did fully think was Cameron Diaz until like a week ago.
That's crazy. That's crazy, but I kind of get it. And Quinn from Scandal.
Ugh. Scandal watch. That pervert.
I was like, I'm in cold turkey. I cannot.
In Jesus' name.
Quinn, do not tempt me. Okay, yeah. So I did watch the entire first season. I don't know. I've never read the book. No, the book has.
So it is based on a book?
Hunting Wives is based on a book by May Cobb.
Okay. She sounds like a hunting wife for sure.
The Hunting Wives. And interestingly, the show has a Wikipedia, but the book does not. So
Okay.
I guess I wonder, I don't know how the book got optioned, but great. So the cast is star-studded, as I've tried to explain.
Quinn from Scandal.
Dermot Mulroney
Oh.
is Malin Ackerman's husband.
Hot.
Yeah.
All right.
And Zosha Mamet's husband.
Ooh, okay.
Do you know who
I don't
he
know,
is?
no.
He's another of the husbands in the show. So, okay, the main thing I want to land about, because, like, I don't know. The show was fun. I compulsively gobbled it down, like you and your peak worm.
And did you too have digestive issues?
Yeah, always. But I think it was largely like the performances. It's like a star-studded cast. It was very interesting. There's a lot of same-sex romance.
Okay, I did see something about that one.
Yeah, like a lot of intrigue. And Brittany Snow and Malin Ackerman, they can carry.
Okay.
The storyline itself, like, it didn't make me want to read the book. For example, I'm watching it, and Mittens walks in and he goes, "Is this a show about Republicans written by Democrats?"
Oh.
And I was like, I don't fucking know. I can't really tell what the lean is.
Oh.
And it felt like a caricature. I mean, The Hunting Wives. It's even in the title and the whole fucking deal. It's set in Texas. Dermot Mulroney he announces he's running for governor.
Okay.
The politics and the performance of politics is very central to how they engage with the world. And it has to be because one is actually running for political office, but two, it's how they establish, like, power in their communities.
Okay.
So, like, of these wives, like, one is married to the guy running for governor of Texas, another is married to, like, a mega church pastor, another is married to the sheriff of the county.
Got it.
And so it's very, like...
kind of like your Republican big three.
Yeah.
Got it.
And it was, to Mitten's question, kind of like, who is being satirized here?
Right, yeah. Am I being, like, also, like...
Am I?
Am I being satirized?
Right, and Brittany Snow and her husband, he's an architect who went to Harvard, and she's his, you know, kind of troubled wife.
Okay.
And they moved there from Boston, and they represent the, like, outside-in perspective, and then it's a lot of, like, and you just think you're better than us, don't you? And then she's proven not better than them, and so it's kind of like, is that meant to be? And beyond her being as flawed as these other characters, she is taken in by them. Like, she is kind of seduced by their whole deal, including literally and sexually.
Wow, okay.
So it's kind of like, what am I meant to...
What am I supposed to take away? Yeah.
Because the whole story was so politicized.
Okay.
Almost egregiously, like, almost, like, cartoonish.
Like, hard to believe, yeah.
To the end where it's like I remember in college, some class did, like, a case study on the Colbert. Actually, this is prescient.
Very.
Well, or irrelevant, because we're recording in the recent week of his show being canceled. But before his late night talk show, it was Colbert Report, which was like him and Jon Stewart coming up. But I remember this case study in college looking at the Colbert Report. Its political impact was almost net neutral, because though Stephen Colbert himself was performing a satirical extremist right-wing character, the audience, if they shared the beliefs of his extreme character, were likely to see it as funny because it was true.
Interesting.
And the left was likely to see it as funny because it was making fun of.
Wow.
And so it had a net neutral impact. Like, it didn't move culture more liberal or even more, like...
I watched it in high school, I had a big political shift in high school where I went from like thinking I was a radical, like a serious conservative to being like a full socialist.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say that like Colbert or Jon Stewart like tipped it one way or the other, but it certainly had a big impact. I don't know, it would like reinforce the beliefs I was already starting to have. Yeah. So maybe I don't.
But seeing really smart, really funny people have so much domain over something that they're able to like make fun of it. And really
and then you're in on the joke too. You're like, I am right. Well, that's a credit to his, and not to get too much on a tangent here, but that's a credit to his performance because he really like performs the Fox News character so well. He's a very good actor, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, and he's so fucking smart. Yeah.
I don't think he was right for network late night. I think there's only one man who's currently doing network late night well. Seth Meyers.
Yeah.
And it's a really hard job.
Couldn't agree more.
So it makes sense that only one person currently is doing it well. But
Meyers.
Colbert is an excellent actor and comedic performer, and that's why I think the Colbert Report was so good.
Anyway, Wives is no Colbert.
Okay, got it.
And so it just felt kind of like, what is this? What is it? And I don't know makeup. I can't tell if she was kind of writing from like the Brittany Snow outside in perspective, or if she was ultimately writing. She is a Texan.
Okay, not to be like devil's advocate, but maybe that's the mark of actually a job well done, where it's like, I'm not really sure.
Well, no, because it was trite. It was very like it wasn't nuanced in its political opinion. Like it wasn't like oh, they're good people and they're just all people, but they have to perform these political personas. It was more like, well, don't say the A word. From someone who had in fact gotten
that's asshole?
Abortion.
Oh, okay, abortion. Got it.
And it was like, well, okay, is the story here meant to be hypocrisy? It was just weird. There wasn't a lot.
There wasn't like a thesis. It sounds like
no thesis, and but still very obvious, like dialogue and takes.
I guess good for May Cobb is what I have to say.
No, you're right, and like that is ultimately my takeaway.
And my takeaway for almost all of these things, where I'm like, wow,
it's good for May Cobb.
Like actually, Julie, friend of the pod, texted me this weekend to send me the one thing that she highlighted from Done and Dusted.
She read it?
She read it and she listens to the pod, so she was like, I had to send you this. It was the only thing I highlighted, and it was like, I wish I had my phone right now, but it said like, the way she comes makes me think of a Wyoming sunset. That was the one thing she had highlighted in the book. And I said to her, I was like, it's like, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, this is so depressing, that this is so bad. Yeah. And then I'm like, wait a minute, that's actually so inspiring. This is so bad, and yet it's like hugely popular.
And yet,
So, I mean, look at us. We watched Sweet Magnolias.
I know. We could be the next Lila
Sage.
Lila Sage or Makeup.
Okay,
so that's Hunting Wives for me. The second thing I need to talk about in the culture, this is a real light one, but you know that sometimes I commute through Penn Station.
I do.
Coming from New Jersey. I do a reverse commute some days, okay? So
that's just something you need to know, okay?
That's just something you need to know about me. So I make the pilgrimage from New Jersey back to, thank God, my home of New York City. But I'll be on NJ Transit with a bunch of people who are just visiting the island of Manhattan to go to MSG, to go to Madison Square Garden, which is famously on top of Penn Station.
And you're right at that sweet spot in the time of day when people are going there.
Commute home, like people are coming in for a concert or a sporting event, the thing happening at MSG that night.
Yeah.
So a game I play with myself, which is very fun, is who's playing MSG tonight based on the people around me on New Jersey Transit. And the reason the game exists, and especially the reason it's fun, is because there is, I was marveling this week at how there's such an aesthetic to even like non-visual media, non-visual fandom, you know, like artists performing at MSG are musical artists.
Yeah,
like, that's not an intrinsically visual media.
Yeah,
but their fandom has such distinct aesthetic.
Yeah.
That you're able to play a game on NJT being like, Gracie Abrams is playing tonight, or Kesha's playing tonight, which are two that happened this week. And it was like, Kesha, like, and I'll text it to you guys, I'll give you the clues.
Yeah.
It'll be like, okay, mostly teenage girls, lots of fishnets, glitter on faces, and like kind of punk. Like I'm seeing, you know, neon and black.
Right.
And Jupes immediately texted back, Kesha's already touring, and she was dead on. It was
Jupes
Kesha.
is loving the new Kesha album. I still haven't listened, but she is like obsessed.
Yeah, I haven't listened either, but great. And then Gracie Abrams, it was like tween girls to teenagers, and they all were wearing like cottagecore and ribbon in their hair or like bandanas over their head, and it was an immediate like, oh, Gracie Abrams. And I think like, I don't know, the books have it to an extent. Like this is funny. Like I remember like in grade school going to the midnight release parties for the Twilight books or the Harry Potter
It's
books.
okay, say it with your chest.
And you'd kind of dress up, you know, like for a time.
I didn't, but I know people who did. No, I'm just kidding. My siblings did it. Like, yeah.
And I don't know, like, I guess there are less, like, popular venues for book fans to commune.
Yeah.
Like, concerts are such a natural moment. But I do think it's fun that there's, like, aesthetic to fandom.
Yeah.
And that emerges because people get so attached to the art itself.
Wait, I love that. Yeah, I agree. And the artists too. Like I think like with the increased somehow popularity of like Taylor Swift and Harry Styles, two people who have like a very distinct sort of style or like aesthetic.
And you're invited them in to participate in it. Like that's really cool.
I think like there has been like an increase in that too, where people like feel more, especially like young people feel like more like, at least because like, you know, there's always been like Grateful Dead and Fish have like their aesthetic, but there's more, I think it's like now kind of expanded to more like artists, which is cool. Yeah,
it is cool. And I like that, like, I don't know, I like that people have signals to each other, like,
yeah, me too, like we're in a community together.
And I like when people like unabashedly like stuff and then like it so much they wear it literally on their sleeve. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
And I want to see more of that from books. I do see on TikTok people wearing like Baz Gaiath, like
sorry, you just said Baz Gaiath and like I forgot that you're so mentally ill about fourth that I didn't even know what you were talking about for a minute.
So fucking scary. It's like I will be in full mental illness about Fourth Wing or Scandal, and then I quit. I get like a week's distance, and I'm like, who? Like, I'm not kidding. Like, Fourth Wing right now, you could throw the book at me, I'd be like, pass.
You just said Baz Gaiath with such, like, authority, though, that I was like, why do I not know what she's talking about?
Don't get me wrong. But, like, literally, the fourth book could come out right now, and I would probably not crack it open for weeks.
Yeah, but then as soon as you would, you'd be like...
Oh, yeah, I'd be mentally
yeah.
Yep. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, I do think that I have 2 points to make off of yours, actually.
Yeah.
One is that, like, I went to the Lizzie McAlpine concert a year ago, best concert I've ever been to, famously, and all the girls there were wearing, literally all the girls, they were all younger than me, I love that, were all wearing a white maxi skirt, and I was like, what Reddit forum did you guys collab on? Like, I didn't know, but it was cool that, like, all these, I did feel incredibly old, but,
and then you went out and you bought
and I'm obsessed with my white, I totally get what they're, I totally get it. I mean, you can't really wear underwear with it, but it's awesome.
You wear body.
I actually bought another one. I was thinking I bought a Gap one.
Great.
But the other thing I wanted to say was, like, kind of touching on our conversation about AI last week, I think it was. I think that, like, one of the silver linings I see for AI is, like, how much, like, individual creators and artists and also like live performances are going to be valued more, because I think that's one thing you really at this point cannot replace with AI. And like I think we're already seeing it, how people are valuing those like live music experiences more than they, like, I feel like our generation really has in the past. And like, I don't know, it's cool.
I couldn't agree more.
That feels like a hopeful
Yeah, thank God.
Small hopes.
We gotta get our hope where we can.
For our society.
This is another kind of hopeful wave. Another cultural thing I wanted to touch on. I saw Oh Mary Again
Yes.
with my parents in town.
Lucky goose.
The main thing that resonated for me this time, it was more of the original cast was back. My Mary was still Titus Burgess, which,
Fun.
oh my God, so good. But this time, Abe was Conrad Ricamora, and John Wilkes Booth was James Scully.
Oh, James Scully, I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So have you seen Fire Island?
Yes.
It's a retelling of Pride and Prejudice set in modern day Fire Island, where the whole cast is gay men.
Yes.
Primarily. Bowen Yang is
Lizzie Bennet.
Lizzie Bennet. And James Scully is Jane.
Okay.
And Conrad Ricamora is Mr. Darcy.
Okay. I'm there.
So I drag you through the cast of Fire Island to say, like, that was Joel Kim Booster's project.
Yes.
But Bowen Yang is, like, starring whatever. So you've got this, like, full cast of friends. Like, Matt Rogers is in it, too. Mostly, I want to say, like, Joel Kim Booster got his one big shot.
Yeah.
And he brought his friends along.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, Bowen Yang's a name, but I'm casting James Scully, I'm casting Conrad Ricamora. He filled this cast with the people who had toiled as artists for over a decade
love
with
that.
him. Like, they're all these friends from, like, NYU. Like, they've been friends since they were teenagers, and now he gets this big Hulu original break. He brings his friends along. Cola Scola, I think very similarly, they get this big break in, like, a Broadway show. Conrad Ricamora, James Scully, like, because they're of that same friend group.
Yeah.
And I just think it's, like, so, like, I get chills thinking about it. It is so fucking cool to try for so long and have these friends who have the exact same ambition and same, like, dreams as you, and you're all, like, feeding and encouraging and, like comforting each other through the, like, heartache of this kind of pursuit.
Yeah.
And then when each one makes it, they bring their fucking friends along.
I love
and it was
that.
so fucking cool to see on stage.
Yeah. Sometimes, like, a project I do in my head. Say I had a round table with the funniest people I've ever met in my life.
Oh my God.
And if I could do a show with, like, all the funniest people I've ever met in my life, that would make me, like, the happiest person ever.
That's such a beautiful dream.
It's not, like, something I actually want to happen, but sometimes I just do it as, like, a reflective exercise of, like, how many truly talented, funny people I've met in my life.
Oh, what a beautiful... You know how, like, therapists are always like, the way to combat anxiety is gratitude.
Yeah.
Which is true.
Unfortunately, they do have a point. Yeah.
But yeah, what a great exercise for gratitude.
Yeah. Sometimes it'll make you feel like shit because you're like, God, I met someone at 15 who was so fucking funny, and I'll never be funnier than them. No. But, like, no, it's a nice exercise, and I do think, like, what a privilege and joy to bring people with you on your creative pursuits.
Well, we've talked about. I mean, Erin Woods has been on the pod. Like,
oh yeah.
When, not if, when we publish our books and they get optioned as, I don't know, limited series.
Up to you guys, really. The executives.
Whatever.
Netflix, Hulu, you know.
Sorry, but one of my contingencies is Erin Woods as the screenwriter.
Without a doubt. I don't even really need to touch it. No, I want her to...
I do think you're acting in it, sorry.
Oh, I'd love to.
Great.
I would like the same for you as well.
Oh, well.
I want... you're producing, writing, acting, whatever you want, really. You can have. Well, I think we've sort of run the gamut on culture.
Yeah, we sure have.
I'm reading, sorry, this is just a quick preview for probably next week.
I'm reading. Here's your pizza token.
I am reading The Love Hypothesis that's getting turned into a movie. Lily Reinhart. Lily Reinhart. My sister-in-law was, like, telling me how much she loved the book.
Really?
Megan. So I was like, oh, I had always, like, it was a book that I'd, like, see around, and I was like, I don't know.
Because the cover.
That's what we're such simpletons. I'm like, the cover's not good. And
You know what has a good cover? The Hunting Wives.
Oh, really?
Bullets and tops of lipstick.
Ooh, very artsy.
Sorry, okay. Love hypothesis.
Quick preview is that I am really liking it.
Well, shit.
But the disappointing thing, which I like literally just realized the other day, I think it's like a spice level 1. And I'm pissed because I'm already really into the romance and I'm like, what, I'm gonna get a kiss? Come on! But I am really liking it and I have a lot to say about it, but I'm not ready to do my digest yet.
Okay.
So.
Should I race to read it before you
that could be fun.
it for me?
That could be fun.
Okay.
It's a gorgeous quick read.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Well, I am kind of busy reading Gwyneth by Amy O'Connell.
Right.
The unauthorized Gwyneth Paltrow biography.
We're going to have to double click on that at some point. But you and I are both traveling over the next week, and we read on planes.
Do most of our reading on planes.
So, I don't know, something to think about.
Travel. Oh.
God, we're such...
Never
multi-hyphenates.
Business. Never.
Never.
That's for you studios with whom we're making major deals.
Don't try to pull a fast one. Can I do a quick shout out before we do our writing exercise? My brother gave me this idea. I wanted to shout out, we have a couple listeners that I'm a little bit obsessive about our analytics, and so I look at
I'm famously not allowed to look at our analytics.
But I kind of am like obsessed with it, so I look at the map of who listens, and mostly I can say, oh, that's my friend in, Seattle, that's my friend in Milwaukee. Like, I can pretty much pinpoint who's who, but there are a couple of towns where I don't know who you people are, but I want to say thank you for listening, because you listen every week. So I'd like to give a quick shout out to Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Woo! Wichita, Kansas, Woo! And Columbus, Ohio. I don't know who you guys are, but thank you for listening. I love you guys. Let us know who you are. I don't know how. We have an email.
Send a lock of your hair.
Please. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick check-in on how the writing is going this week.
You start.
Okay, I will start. I think last time we talked, I was like, we had done the kiss. We did a kiss. We did the exercise of writing the first kiss. And we had talked about how it kind of like, for me, and I think you as well, it kind of like got me back. I was like, okay, I'm like ready to jump back into the writing. And so that's where I was like, I'm going to jump back into what I had written. Because for those of you who maybe don't remember, I reached an impasse with my draft at like 9,000 words, I think, where I was like, this isn't right. Something is not right. I don't know where I'm going. I'm lost. So I returned to the outline and I fixed that. The outline is now very comprehensive and like good. So I was like, let me go back, because now I am, and I know we talk a lot about like whether or not to rewrite, but I do think this is a situation where you have to like fix the foundational issues before you can move forward. So I was like, I'm going to take the changes I made to the outline, which were significant, and apply them to my first 9,000 words, basically.
You are scaring me so much.
It's all good. Don't worry.
Okay.
A few things to note. It was like really like useful work, I thought. Like because one of the things that wasn't right, and this like should have been my first tip off, is that like the theme stated wasn't like correct to the character. Like I was like, this isn't really the lesson she needs to learn, which is something I figured out when I like did the outline. And now that I have that, I was able to like place that into the draft and then like fix things around it, which was really good. And I feel I'm not done with the rewrites, but I'm like definitely I'm fixing things, and it's satisfying work. I feel excited, and I also think it makes me understand the protagonist as a character more. So I fixed like the theme stated. I fixed and it's so funny, we talk a lot about how we like add these details in thinking they're gonna we're like, why did I do that? And like I have this intern in the draft, and I don't know why I added her in. She was a total let's give her an intern. To add color to the story. Yeah. And now she's becoming kind of an integral part.
I think she's getting a full-time offer.
Okay, don't spoil it, but she kind of becomes she's become important in that theme stated thing where it's like, well, I don't want to spoil things, but I was, it's funny how you'll just be like, I need something to make this work. And I was like, the intern. She's good for something.
Totally.
And it's also helping me flesh out the best friend, because the best friend needs to be... Honestly, I feel like the best friend's always the one stating the theme. She's like, you need to take a... I always do this a bit, but like, it's like, she's the one who has to be like, this is the thing you need, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's also helping me understand the best friend a little bit better, and like why they're friends. I'm starting to zero in on that.
The intern is helping you understand that?
No, the work is just rewriting is helping me understand all of the dynamics a little bit more. The other exciting news I have to share, upon rereading the draft, I don't think it's that bad.
Fuck yeah! I bet it's really fucking good.
I don't think it's good, but I was like, this isn't half bad.
I bet it's in fact good.
And like, I think the dialogue is kind of funny. It's not amazing, and there's a lot of work to be done. But I was like, wait, I wasn't finding myself rewriting like the words, I guess, if that... Yeah. I was rewriting the plot, but I wasn't rewriting...
But not style.
The style was like, I was like, this is great.
Yeah. And I'm sure it fucking is.
I don't know, but I was like, I understand this place. I was like, I see, and again, maybe it's just because it's in my head, so I don't know, but I was like, I see the network, because they work at a TV network. I'm like, I'm getting there. And I really only rewrote like one scene, I guess, but I think it was meaningful. And I like feel, because this is the other thing, I was feeling really good about the outline, and like I was like, I think that I made myself a good map. But then I was like, okay, done, and I like put it down for a while. And so I think a small fear going back into rewriting was like, maybe I'm gonna end up there again, like rewriting, which, look, it's fine if that's what it is.
Sure,
but
no, the map is really helpful.
The map is helping me a lot.
To my map.
It's helping a lot.
And I only wrote half my map, so I do have to finish my map.
Well, so that's the problem I ran into eventually. It was like, I ran out of map. But my map was really bad to start, so...
I wrote, like, really, like, an in-depth map.
That's good, though.
No, how am I going to land the plane?
You'll return to the map.
Yeah.
My map was, like, half-assed and also not right, so I had to, like... Yeah. But I'm, like, excited to keep... I'm probably going to keep rewriting things, and then I think I do have, like, a new goal for myself.
What is it?
I don't know if I should even say, but I don't think we're going to record a writing update for another, like, 2 weeks, probably, at the very least, because So I'm like, I'm at, like, 9.5 words right now, which I know sounds really bad.
That's a lot.
But I kind of want to try to get to, like, 15K.
Okay.
By the next time we meet.
I'd like to meet you there.
That feels like a lot, but I think I might try, because I want to start making, like, meaningful headway. I'm feeling a little bit, like, stalled out.
I'm sick
like,
of having 10% of a book.
Yeah, I'm like, I need to have a breakthrough. I don't know what it's going to be.
Break into 2.
I need to break into 2. God damn it. But yeah, I think I'm getting there. I feel better. I still don't feel like I don't know. I'm happy with the work I did this week, I guess is what I'm... Sorry. Yeah.
No, I'm very happy.
And it's, like, really satisfying, one, to be like, oh my God, this isn't bad.
Right.
And 2, to see that I've written, like, I know, again, doesn't sound like a lot of words, but 9,000 words turns out to be, like, 23 pages of a Google Doc.
Yeah.
And, like, that... I am really proud of myself for doing that. Totally. Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, it's exciting.
That's a lot of books.
And like, we are really like getting down to like, it's time to write.
It's time to write.
But like, I'm like, I do have
the
something.
End of July.
Things are happening. There's a there.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It is.
It's hard. Like it's a lot of work.
Yeah. And I do feel. Mostly, I feel energized when I sit down to write. Sometimes in like those forced moments where I have like an hour and I just have to like, it's the only hour I have.
Yeah.
It doesn't always feel like, sometimes it takes me 45 minutes that hour to feel like
ready to write.
Yeah.
I completely get that.
Yeah. I stay pantsing.
Okay.
But what I really am encouraged to hear you say is that like in getting super, super sharp on the outline throughout, like on my bra.
Your bar's out? Your bra strap?
My bra strap. But in getting sharp on your later novel, like how you're gonna round it out, whatever. Like, it helps you understand the dynamics better. That's a little where I'm at right now, where I'm now introducing some characters that I need to be significant forcing functions.
Okay.
Like you're saying, it's so often the best friend who's
Yeah.
like, this is your problem. But it dovetails with what you were saying earlier, where it's like female friendship is
I had the same
core of
thought.
so many stories. Most stories I want to tell.
I know.
That's
I had the
true
same
line.
thought.
So, yeah, who knows about your best friend? Who's gonna tell it to you? And like, it makes sense that like she would be the shaman in the my main character's arc. So, I am introducing her, and I really want. It's so important to me that she is like one of those jump off the page, excellent like cast characters.
You and I are so aligned on this because
Yeah.
I also think that sometimes books fail on this. Where it's like she really is just the girl who tells you your theme stated, and it's like I don't want that to be her.
I need it to be like one of those stories that makes you feel like, God, yeah, if it's not your best friend,
Then what?
then what?
Yeah. I need a Laurel and Susanna.
Totally.
Sort of.
She did just bring us back to cousins. That is
Sorry, we need like a cousins jar.
0 days since we went to cousins. But yeah.
I'm Belly. It's been 0 days since I went to cousins. Okay, sorry.
But yeah, it's a Laurel and a Susanna, and that is the core love story of The Summer I Turned Pretty.
And like Jenny Han has me fooled because I'm like, no, it's Belly and Conrad.
Well, and I do want, but I don't know. I think I saw a take on TikTok that was like, Belly only wants what Laurel and Susanna had, and she
So true.
That the house is the magical environment where that can exist.
Yeah.
But like the boys are just a means to trying to chase
Like a
that.
lifestyle. Yeah.
The feeling she had when she was around that friendship.
Yeah.
She thinks it's the house. It was really those women.
Might be a little bit the house.
It's
yeah.
a little bit.
I mean, it's right on the water.
Gorgeous pool. Right on the
Amazing pool.
water. Yeah, and the brothers aren't half
Gazebo.
bad, except one of them is terrible.
The one brother's so fucking hot.
He's like,
It's
what
weird.
if a golden doodle were also the devil? Yeah. So I hope Belly gets her house.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, but yeah. So I don't feel like I've got, because like even in my outlining, I know how the best friend moves things along.
Yeah.
I know how she pushes my protagonist in different ways. I don't know who she is.
I know.
And I'm...
Like, do you know what her job is? Her...
I've auditioned a few different girls.
Yeah. You're paging through resumes.
Yeah, and I just don't have her yet. I don't know.
It's also hard not to make, like, and I find this with all of the characters, like, I feel like I say this every episode, but like the crochet thing, like you're just sort of like giving them like hobbies, and you're like
Stupid little props.
it almost feels like trite.
Yeah.
Like you're not making them 3-dimensional. You're like
Yeah.
you're hanging props on them. And you're like
Here's your little
you're like
crochet vest.
you're bringing the girls in, and you're like hold crochet needles and let me see if it works.
Yeah, it's insane. Right now, I'm kind of working with a lawyer. We'll see if she...
Same. It's because we both could have been lawyers. Because my character's loosely based on you. Finally, I'm gonna be a lawyer.
Yes.
I'm having her work be the lead. They're work friends, and she works in the legal department.
Cool.
And they met as interns, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's confusing because law school's so different.
It's not. I see it. We can on it. It's very the same as our lives.
Yep.
The reason I'm auditioning a lawyer is because, like, my protagonist's arc has to be, like, work was a big part of this, like, self-concept she had, where she was very, like, of the rat race, or very striving.
Yeah.
And then her friend would be this foil where she's like, no, like, I actually have a really high-pressure job, too.
Oh,
and, like,
see.
I didn't sell
And I
out
have a
my
life.
whole fucking deal. Like,
okay, interesting.
but I can find that in other ways, and I'm not.
She
even
could be a
sure.
lawyer, I think. Maybe they work. Maybe they both.
It's not that hard.
She can do it. No, trust me, she could go to law school. It would be fine.
Yeah, so working that out. And then the other kind of like non-main character that I really want to land is a boyfriend's mom.
Ooh.
Like, not the main guy, not the guy
Okay.
who becomes the guy, but like the boyfriend.
Fun.
And she needs to be like a real fucking bitch. Like just
A nightmare.
a nightmare.
Monster-in-law.
Monster-in-law. But I'm having a hard time rendering her in a way that doesn't feel like caricature-ish.
Yeah.
Because I want it to be like cruelty that like hits, not just cruelty that feels like.
Ooh. That's like the worst kind. Yeah.
Totally. But not like.
She's like smart mean.
Right, like I don't want her to be like Jane Fonda in Monster-in-Law.
Right.
Where it's like.
Oh, she got me again.
No, I want it to be like, oh my god.
Like she's actually mean
smart,
and scary.
and yeah, like deeply cruel.
Yeah. Okay, that's really interesting.
Yeah, so I'm working on that.
This is reminding me that I need to like give my girl a family. And a past. And like again, trauma.
I don't. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean it'll come. It's in the outline, I'm sure.
I just have to go back to
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at. These two women are still kind of evading me, but
The work continues, and thank God next week we're doing personality tests. That should help.
I think I am disordered.
Oh, for sure.
We're doing personality tests as our
Main
protagonists.
characters.
Yeah.
I might even, if I have time, and like how hard is it to take a personality test, try to do my like love interest too.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Something
And
to think
we
about.
haven't pinned ourselves to any one personality test or another.
No, we
so it'll be
haven't.
Interesting to see what each of us brings.
So-
I hope you do a drawing.
For a change.
Another crayon drawing. That'd be really
I'm gonna
good.
go to a psychic for mine.
Oh,
No, I
love.
wouldn't. Yeah.
Love.
Okay, well, I feel like it's trucking along. Honestly, I'm glad we're doing these bi-weekly writing check-ins because I'm like, okay, I gotta like...
Totally.
And now that we have like 2 weeks in between recording, again, I'm not even sure if that's the correct timeline. I'm really gonna try to
I know, me
knock
too.
out some words.
It keeps these old gals humming.
It does, and I do, again, like, sometimes I have these writing sessions that are so bad, and then sometimes where I'm like, wow, that was really, really bad.
It's not consistent.
Yes, and then sometimes I'm like, okay, it was kind of a banger.
Yeah.
So,
Couldn't agree more.
yeah.
And it's just we need to do it more often.
Consistently.
So that, like, we're going to get more bangers just
Yeah.
by the rules of science.
Exactly. Could have been scientists.
Could have been scientists. That's actually what I've never said.
Yeah, me neither. Oh my god. Although I was an athlete. Story for a different day.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to kick us off on telling me what's the most romantic thing that happened to you this week?
I do.
Okay, yay.
Do you mind if I quickly just reference my notes?
Yes, I don't mind.
Yes. I do mind riff. Okay. Okay, so my most romantic is a concept underpinned by an observed event.
Okay. Concept underpinned by an observed event. Got it. Okay.
The most romantic, just like generally, is a lost art. It's ringback tones.
Whoa. Like when you call can I say it back to you and see if I'm right?
Yeah.
It's when you call someone and it's like, it plays you a song while you wait?
Yes.
Okay.
Which was a big thing in the early aughts.
Yes. Julia had one.
Yes.
And hers was this was at the age of like keep coming, carry on. So yeah.
See, exactly that. And in the early aughts, before we were just ripping and jailbreaking everything, you paid money for that.
Yeah.
Why I think ringback tones are so romantic is it is an act of like like you're making a purchase, you're having this intention, you're going an extra mile to present something about yourself, but like for the enjoyment of others.
Yeah.
You don't hear your own ringback tone.
No.
It's the people calling you. You want them to have a good time. On the other side of
wait, that
call.
is really sweet.
And you want it to say something about you. It's like, hey, I want you to know me, and I want you to have a good time.
Look at how I literally immediately recalled Jupe's ringback tone.
Exactly!
Yeah.
Like, come on!
Yeah.
It's really sweet. And here's the event that made me recall.
Should we buy ringback tones?
Maybe. I think, like, that's one of the most romantic things we can do for others.
Also, like, what a sweet surprise.
A sweet surprise indeed.
We need to look into this.
We must. I thought of it because I was walking on the sidewalk and a guy was passing me, and he was, it appeared to be on the phone in a conversation, but he's kind of like hot stepping and doing air guitar with his other hand. He's jamming out, and I'm like, this guy's talking to the most fun person alive. But then after like a few seconds of that, he finally speaks into the phone and he goes, "Pick up, Rick. It's motherfucking Ray." And then I was like, he was jamming out to a ringback tone.
Oh, you think so?
I think he was doing air guitar to Rick's
sick.
ringback tone.
Also, Rick and Ray. What a baller best friend duo.
Pick up, Rick.
It's Ray.
Motherfucking Ray.
I want that to be my ringback. Pick up, Rick. It's motherfucking Ray.
And he did stop dancing after that. I think there was music on the other side of that call.
That is so exciting.
I suspect it was a ringback tone.
I need to get a ringback tone
Totally.
right now.
Yep.
Okay, I love that. That's so good.
Yeah, that's my most romantic.
Wow.
And now may I ask, what pray tell is yours?
Yes, you may. Mine is not as fun, I gotta say. Mine is that we had for the past couple, we are in a very, I would say, successful book club.
We are all women of means.
We all do business. Just like we're very like good about it. We have book club every month. It's very consistent. People
Over
attend.
a year? 2 years?
Like 3 to 4. Over a year is hilarious. Yeah, over a year.
Was I right?
That's a good guess. It's very consistent. We have it every month. We have like a good schedule, a good system. People read the book for the most part. It's like great. And like it's kind of become like a nice social group too. Like we do a lot of stuff together. I feel like whenever it's like a larger group hang, it's like book club too. And we talked about it, I think, I don't know when, but we do a Christmas dinner every year that Julia organizes. And this year we did a Christmas in July that Molly organized, which was really fun. A summer event. And it's also always You Should Look Hot. We're going out to dinner. It's going to be nice. Then we'll do a little bit of bar hopping afterwards. Mm-hmm. It's a good time. And we had it at this Italian place on the Upper East Side. Where else? What was it, 2 weeks ago?
What? I organized it. I get to choose.
Or maybe it was a week ago. I don't know. But we're all...
A week ago.
Yeah.
A week ago tomorrow.
Oh my god. The anniversary is tomorrow. There was maybe 10 of us? So
yeah.
You made the reservation. I don't know.
9. 10, because someone didn't like the RSVP.
Oh, damn. I don't even know how many people are in our book club, but that's almost a super majority.
It was a good turnout.
It's a really good turnout, and we were sitting at this really long table in the middle of this restaurant, and it was, again, we've had a couple of really hot days in New York this summer, and it was one of those days where I showed up, I'm soaking wet. I have Miller Lite face, and I'm like still cooling down, and this elderly woman like sneaks by me, and at the table, and she goes, what is this? She's like, is someone getting married? Is it a birthday? Like, what could this possibly be?
Yeah.
And we're just like, oh no, this is just like our book club. Like, we're having a dinner.
Cute.
And she goes, you just like, so rare to see like 10 women together, like enjoying each other's company. Like, how nice. And I was I bring up the heat because in the moment I was like, I was like, get away from me, old lady. Like, I can't talk to you right now. But in retrospect, it was very romantic.
Yeah.
God, the theme of this episode is women.
Female friendship.
But
and
it was
non-binary.
Female and non-binary friendship.
Yeah.
It was so sweet that she like felt compelled to say something about how awesome it is to see women hanging out, and like making time for each other. And I do think that's like, I think women have always made time for each other, but like I think also in 2025 it's like we're kind of better about it probably in our 30s than like our moms were.
Well, because
they had kids.
That none of us has children.
Big part of that is that none of us have kids. But even still, many of you have husbands.
Oh, you're right. I didn't make his pot roast that night. Oh, shoot. I forgot.
Well, it is kind of like, okay, sorry, not to go on a tangent now, but like when you got married, I remember asking you, I was like, will you still go on trips? And it seems so silly now in retrospect because you would never skip anything. But like, it's just, you know, I think like sometimes like my mom, like I feel like sometimes she like doesn't understand like women hang out without their husbands, and I'm like, yeah. Sometimes like older generations like see that, I don't know, it's beautiful.
They were afforded less opportunities.
They were, yes. That's a perfect way of putting it.
But you know, I think it's really special.
Yeah.
And like that is progress that I will celebrate all day long.
Thank God for that progress.
Thank God. Whew. You can't take my book club from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Though this is like real, like final frontier. This is like big brain shit.
Yeah.
My mom is part of 2 book clubs now, and both of them meet middle of the day.
I dream.
I
dream. I can't wait for middle of the day book club.
I dream of midday book club.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
It's like a lunch book club.
And hopefully we're like really, really hot because we're in Florida.
Totally. And we're drinking.
Oh, duh. That's a given.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Well,
that's it for me. I gotta get up at 4:30 in the morning, so
she's not gonna sleep tonight.
I'm not gonna sleep. It's midnight. Alrighty.
Bye.
Bye.